おはこんばんちは、ジジイです。スカイリムアニバーサリーエディション最新版やっていきます。世界のノードね、前回の創始者の角笛、この2つをやっていきます。走っていくか。到着。あれミディアさんしかいねえじゃん。
Retrieved the horn of Jorgen Winkel. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn. You are ready to learn the final word of unrelenting force. Da, which means push. Da. With all three words together, this shout is much more powerful. Use it wisely. After this, I'll now give you the wisdom of the You have completed your training.
その前に入ってるね。
Dragonborn, we would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the graybeards, but you are ready. Tasted the voice of the graybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you.
続きがあるのさ。
Guard you.
アルドゥインを倒すためのシャウトを学びたいです。
Where did you learn of that? Who have you been talking to?
アルドゥインの壁に記録されていましたよ。
The Blades, of course. They specialize in meddling in matters they barely understand. Their reckless arrogance knows no bounds. They have always sought to turn the Dragonborn from the path of wisdom. Have you learned nothing from us? Would you simply be a tool in the hands of the Blades to be used for their own purposes?
ブレイズはこちらの援助をしているだけ。いや、操られているわけではないですね。
No, of course not. Forgive me, Dragonborn. I have been intemperate with you. But heed my warning. The Blades may say they serve the Dragonborn, but they do not. They never have.
では、シャウトを教えてくれる？
No, I cannot teach it to you, because I do not know it. It is called Dragon Rend. but its words of power are unknown to us. We do not regret this loss. Dragonrand holds no place within the way of the voice.
もしシャウトが失われたら、どうやってアルドゥインを倒せばいい？
Only Parthenax, the master of our order, can answer that question, if he so chooses.
パーサナックスって？
He is our leader. He surpasses us all in his mastery of the way of the voice.
それじゃあ、パーサナックスと話したいです。
You weren't ready. You still aren't ready. But, thanks to the blades, you now have questions that only Parthenax can answer.
そのような人物は見かけたことはないです。
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain. He speaks to us only rarely, and never to outsiders. Being allowed to see him is a great privilege.
山の上に登って彼と会うにはどうしたらいい？
Only those whose voice is strong can find the path. We will teach you a shout to open the way to Parthenax. The path to Parthenax lies through this gate. I will show you how to open the way. You my understanding of clear skies. This is your final gift from us, Dragon Ball. Use it well. Clear skies will blow away the mist, but only for a time. The path to Parthenax is perilous, not to be embarked upon lightly. Keep moving, stay focused on your goal, and you will reach the summit.
では、これをセットしていきましょうかね。引っかかる。
Greetings, Undunique. I am Parthenax. Who are you? What brings you to my Struma, my mountain? I am as my father Akatosh made me, as are you, Dovahkiin. Tell me, why do you come here, Volan? Why do you intrude on my meditation? Drem, patience. There are formalities which must be observed at the first meeting of two of the Dove. my long tradition, the elder speaks first. Hear my thum, feel it in your bones, match it if you are Dovahkiin. Why do you intrude here if not for Tinvak? I have spoken. The Rosmullah wait a gift to Dovahkiin. Yoda, understand time. Now, show me what you can do. Greet me not as mortal, but as Dova. Ah, yes, Sosedo Vostul. The dragon blood runs strong in you. It is long since I had the pleasure of speech with one of my own kind. So, you have made your way here to me. No easy task for a Jor, mortal, even for one of Dovasos, dragon blood. What would you ask of me?
ドラゴン伝道のシャウトについて教えてほしい。
Ah, I had expected you, Proda. You would not come all this way for Tinvak with an old Dova. No, you seek your weapon against Alduin.
なぜドラゴン伝道探しに来たと知ってるの？
Alduin Comate Teed. What else would you seek? Alduin and Dovahkiin return together. But I do not know the thum you seek. Croesus, it cannot be known to me. Your kind, Jor, mortals, created it as a weapon against the Dove, the dragons. Our Hadrime, our minds, cannot even comprehend its concepts.
それならどうやって学べばいい？
Then, all in good time. First, a question for you. Why do you want to learn this thum?
アルデンを止めなければならない。
Yes, Alduin, Zemach, the elder brother, gifted, grasping, and troublesome, as is so often the case with firstborn. But why? Why must you stop Alduin?
この世界が好きでね、滅びてほしくない、それだけです。
Proves as good a reason as any. There are many who feel as you do, although not all. Some would say that all things must end, so that the next can come to pass. Perhaps this world is simply the egg of the next Kalpa, Lean Vokeen. Would you stop the next world from being born?
哲学の話をしに来たわけじゃない。
You have much to learn of the Dove, then. There is nothing else but philosophy to a Dova. It is no accident that we do battle with our thum, our voices. There is no distinction between debate and combat to a dragon. Tinvak Loskra. For us, it is one and the same. But you have indulged my weakness for speech long enough. Croesus, now I will answer your question. Do you know why I live here, at the peak of the Monavin, what you name throat of the world?
いえ、ドラゴンたちは山が好きなんでしょ？
True, but few now remember that this was the very spot where Alduin was defeated by the ancient tongues. Varucht Unsad. Perhaps none but me now remember how he was defeated.
ドラゴン伝道のシャウトを使っていたの？
Yes and no. Viknus Nikaron. Alduin was not truly defeated either. If he was, you would not be here today seeking to defeat him. The Nords of those days used the Dragon Rend shout to cripple Alduin, but this was not enough. Okmulag Unsad. It was the Kel, the Elder Scroll. They used it to cast him adrift on the currents of time.
エルダースクロール？それは何？
How to explain in your tongue? The Dove have words for such things that Jor do not. It is an artifact from outside time. It does not exist, but it has always existed. Rahwatlan. They are fragments of creation. The Kele, Elder Scrolls as you name them, they have often been used for prophecy. Yes, your prophecy comes from an Elder Scroll. But this is only a small part of their power. Sofa Surye.
古代ノルド人たちがアルドインを時の流れに送り込んだという、そういうことか。
Not intentionally. Some hoped he would be gone forever, forever lost. Meye. I knew better. Tidbo Amativ. Time flows ever onward. One day he would surface. Which is why I have lived here. For thousands of mortal years, I have waited. I knew where he would emerge, but not when.
そんなものがどう役に立つっていうの？
Tid Krent. Time was shattered here because of what the ancient Nords did to Alduin. If you brought that Kel, that Elder Scroll back here to the Tid Ahran, the Time Wound. With the Elder Scroll that was used to break time, you may be able to cast yourself back to the other end of the break. You could learn Dragon Rend from those who created it.
どこに行けば製造の書が？ どこに行けばエルダスクロールでも使うか知らないかな。
Croesus, no, I know little of what has passed below in the long years I have lived here. You are likely better informed than I.
エスパーンかアンゲルの案があるかもしれない。
Trust your instincts, Dovahkiin. Your blood will show you the way.
エルダスクロールを見つけたらどうすればいい？
Return it here to the Tid Achran. Then, Hele Vomindok. Nothing is certain with such things. But I believe the scroll's bond with the Tid Achran will allow you a seeing, a vision of the moment of its creation. Then you will feel no dragon rend in the power of its first expression. You will see them, Uthfadon, my friends, Haken, Gormlaith, Feldir.
ハコン、コンレイス、フェルディル、誰なの？
The first mortals that I taught the Thum, the first tongues, the leaders of the rebellion against Alduin. They were mighty in their day, even to attempt to defeat Alduin, Sahrot Thum. The Nords have had many heroes since, but none greater.
これ全部聞くんだったっけかな。まあいいか。
Vomindok, I do not know. Perhaps in the very doing, they erased the knowing of it from time itself. The Dove are children of Akatosh. Thus, we are specially attuned to the flow of time, perhaps also uniquely vulnerable. I warned them against such a rash action. Even I could not foresee its consequences. Nust Lihon, they would not listen.
つまりあなたもそこにいたのね。
Yes, there were a few of us that rebelled against Alduin's Thur, his tyranny. We aided the humans in his overthrow. But they did not trust us, ni Ov. Their inner counsels were kept hidden from us. I was far from here on the day of Alduin's downfall, but all Dove felt the sundering of time itself.
ドラゴンベンドのシャウトは実際には何をするの？
I cannot tell you in detail. I never heard it used. Kogan. It was the first Thum created solely by mortals. It was said to force a dragon to experience the concept of mortality. A truly Vomindran, incomprehensible idea to the immortal Dove.
あなたのブレイビアードマスターね。ここに訓練に来た者はいるの？
I have taught the way of the voice for centuries, and the Thum since long before that. But no, Dovahkiin. Others do not come here to train anymore. Saran, you are the first in over 100 years. I meditate on the Rotmulag, the words of power. I counsel in their use. It is enough for me.
言葉について瞑想する。どうやって？
Knowing a word of power is to take its meaning into yourself. Contemplate the meaning of a Rotmulag. You will become closer to that word as it fills your inner self. Will I teach you, Dovahkiin? What word calls you to deeper understanding? There are 3 to master. Fus, Faim, and Yol. In your tongue, the word simply means fire. It is change given form, power at its most primal. That is the true meaning of Yol. Solyek, power, you have it, as do all Dove, but power is inert without action and choice. Think of this as the fire builds in your Sum, in your breath. Sum Ark Mora. What will you burn? What will you spare?
力の言葉について瞑想したい。
Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol? It is called force in your tongue, but as you push the world, so does the world push back. Think of the way force may be applied effortlessly. Imagine but a whisper pushing aside all in its path. That is Fus. Let its meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will push the world harder than it pushes back. Which calls to you, Dovahkiin? Fus, Faim, or Yol? Fade in your tongue. Mortals have greater affinity for this word than the Dove. Everything mortal fades away in time, but the spirit remains. Ponder the meaning of spirit. Unslad Si. Where mortal flesh may wither and die, the spirit endures. That is fine. Let that meaning fill you. Sum Ark Mora. You will find that your spirit will give you more strength. Drem Yolok. Greetings. Look through.
最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。今回はこれまで。ではまた。さようなら。